Hello, welcome to Homework Help with Mr. Eason. We are adding and subtracting mixed numbers today, and this is a pretty simple concept. There's just one little thing that's kind of tricky about it, and we're going to go over that carefully, and then you guys should be good to do the homework for tonight. The first thing we're going to look at is adding the fractions, and I gave the students two steps. First step, add the fractions. So we'll do 1/4 plus 2/4, and that should equal 3/4. Second step, add the whole numbers. 3 plus 2 is 5. So the answer to the first question is 5 3/4. The second question is a little bit trickier just because you have to do something at the end to really get the actual correct answer or the most correct answer. But we're going to start the same way. First step, add the fraction. So 2/3 plus 2/3 is 4/3. Second step, add the whole numbers. 2 plus 1 is 3. So now we need to look at the 4/3, and the 4/3 doesn't really look right, and that's because it's an improper fraction. So you can either divide, you can do 4 divided by 3, or you can draw out what 4/3 looks like. I'm going to do that really quickly because it's a pretty simple picture. I'm going to draw a box, make 3 pieces. There's 3/3. Make another box of 3 pieces. There's 1/3. So what that does is that takes out your 4/3 because I drew it. And now all I need to do is I need to look at what my picture, what I have left. I have 3 holes. I have my 3 holes here. I have a 1 hole here, so that's 4 holes. And then down here it's 1/3, so I have 4 1/3, which is the actual correct answer for that. So 4 1/3. So next up, or the next question is similar to that one, but it may not involve a picture for you. So first step, add the fractions, which 1/2 plus 1/2 is 2/2. 5 plus 3 is 8. So now I look at my 2/2. 2/2 is the same thing as 1 whole. So instead of writing 8 and 2/2, I can write 9 holes. And that's it. So that part is a little bit tricky, but overall, if you add the fractions and add the whole numbers, you're at least going to have, part of a correct answer. When we were looking at this question, the second question, 3 4/3 is still technically correct. It's just if you were taking a test with multiple choice, 3 4/3 would not show up as an answer choice. The answer choice would show up as 4 1/3. So it's a little bit tricky. They have to turn it into the 4 1/3. Next part is super simple. We are saving the hard subtraction for a whole other section. So this subtraction is going to be very basic. You'll always be able to subtract the fraction from the fraction and the whole number from the whole number. There'll be no regrouping necessary. So first step, subtract the fractions. 4/8 minus 2/8 is 2/8. Next, subtract the whole numbers. 3 minus 1, 2. The answer is 2 2/8. For the second question, I do the fractions first. 3/4 minus 1/4 is 2/4. Lastly, 5 minus 4 is 1 whole. So my answer is 1 2/4. And here's a look at what some of the classwork looked like. You can tell that the first 4 are addition and the second 4 are subtraction. So we're going to work through just a couple of these. I'm going to pay really close attention to 8 and 9 first. I may not do all of these. So 8 and 9 we'll look at first. First step, we need to add the fractions. 1/3 plus 1/3 is 3/3. Next step, add the whole numbers. 8 plus 3 is 11. And you'll notice that right here, we've got 3/3, and that does equal 1 whole. So you can rewrite your answer as 12, because you have 1 whole plus your 11 holes is 12 holes. And next we'll take a quick look at number 9. 4/8 plus 5/8 does equal 9/8. And 5 plus 3 is 8. So we have our 9/8. Again, that isn't going to be all the way correct. It's not going to be an answer choice if we were taking a test. So we'll need to draw a box with 8 pieces. And we'll shade in 9 of them, which means we're going to probably need another box with 8 pieces. And I'll shade in 1 of them. And I don't have my pen with me today, so it's a little bit messy here. I apologize for that. So now what I do is, instead of having this 9/8 as a fraction, I drew a picture of it, so I'm going to cross that out. I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to look at my whole number and my picture. And what I see is I've got 8 holes, and I've got 1 hole right here, which is 9 holes. So I'm going to write 9 holes. And then I'm going to look at what fraction is left, and right here that is 1/8. So that is my fraction I'm going to list. And then I'll do 12 and 13 just to kind of make it balanced. But they're pretty simple. Subtract the fraction. 7/12 minus 1/12 is 6/12. And 5 minus 4 is 1. If your student starts to recognize that 6/12 is 1/2, that is great. They can also write that as 1 1/2, but it's not required at the 4th grade level right now. Number 13 says 5/10 minus 3/10, and that is 2/10. And 3 minus 1 is 2 wholes, and so the answer is 2 2/10. So good luck on your homework tonight. This has been Homework Help with Mr. Eason, and I will see you in class tomorrow.